We are meeting now to discuss, it's the second public hearing for the Lower Mud River Water System Project. And the first this year, and the recent, and the only one we have to as far as the resubmittal on the Francis Creek project. So we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Those present are Darrell Baker, Charles Vance, Charles McCann, and Kerry Matthews Jr. We'll go ahead.
Sure.
Like Mr. Vance said, we're here just, this is the second public hearing we need to have for the Lower Mud River Water Extension Project in order to submit the application. It's just federal regulations that we encourage the public to participate in the process, to give any questions or concerns or comments before we have the commissioners actually sign the application and submit it to the West Virginia Development Office. At that point, once we submit it, they review the applications, then they make their recommendations to the governor, and finally the governor has a final decision on which projects will be funded and how much funding they will receive. The Lower Mud River project, it's going to extend some to the water service to the Lower Mud River, Laurel Creek, Straight Fork, Buffalo Creek, Little Buffalo Creek, and surrounding areas. And the intention is to serve 147 customers. We are applying for $1.5 million in a small cities block grant, which is the most we can apply for. We have also applied for an Appalachian Regional Commission grant for $1.5 million, which is their maximum. We hope to get a USDA grant and loan. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has also given us about $125,000 in grant money. The Lincoln County Commission itself has given $175,000 for the project. And we hope to receive a $1 million loan from the West Virginia Infrastructure and Jobs Development Council.
It's fine.
If anyone has any comments or questions, feel free to ask them.
I would like to ask if it's going to go all the way to the Capitol Lincoln line. Lower Mud River. It passed Danny Shepherd's house.
I'm sure you know.
His is the last house that way, and we're the next one up, so we want to know if it's going to come that far. Some people says it's not, but we need water bad. We need it bad, bad. Right here is out of our pipes, right there. That's like the pipe. This is in our pipe. We used to have a good well, but drink it, we could drink the water and everything, and we cannot drink it. And we're a senior citizen. He's almost 79, and I'm almost 76, and we live at 13 steps, and we have to pack things of water and everything up those steps, and it's just getting harder. We need water bad, we need water.
Rick, you want to say something?
I'm just going to say that my name's Rick Rock. I'm not sure where Dan Shepherd lives, but I have the project maps with me, and after the meeting, I'll be happy to go over them with this lady and see if she can be serving them.
You hear what I'm saying? Anyone else?
Yeah, I want to know, when these funds come in, are they put in a separate checking account and kept there? Or is it used for other things and hopefully put back?
No, it's, I think all the money, you know, if there was any change in what the grant would be, there would have to be some kind of documents filed to change the scope or things like that. But no, we use the monies that he's talking about getting. We know it's gonna cost that, you know, so you gotta have all those to get it done. And so that's the way we've handled it before. In fact, we're going to address some other things as a commission later on this month or the next month on some of the projects we have that we still have open accounts on. There are prior funded, prior and still have some amounts in those to see how we can handle closing those out and possibly using funds for projects like yours and the Little Street project, and Francis Creek project, things like that. So, but we'll be looking at that over the next several months to see if there's some way we can do that. There's not a lot of money, but there is some monies in those accounts, and I don't know. I had a talk with Mr. McCann about it as far as how we go about closing those things out and things, but that's one of the things I think we'll look at here fairly soon to see, decide on how we're going to handle that. It was brought to my attention on Mr. Baker, a clerk, as far as a lot of accounts having some money still left in them. And we want to make sure that how we can use those monies, because once they're designated into a project, that's the way they have to be used. Any other questions? Any comments?
How long will it be if we get it? How long before we get it? If it's approved?
You know, I always tell everybody it's always longer than I think it should be, and I'm sure you all would agree, but in all these places we went in to put water, it's usually once the funding's in place, then there's a process you go to get it out, which is 3 months or so, and things like that. So I tell everyone, you're probably looking at this project, if it would become funded, be completed year after next. You know, so this is not something that's, you know, easily done. And it's a shame it's not, but there's these particular proceedings we have now as part of the process we're going getting that done. And like I told the people that were here before about this project, you know, you're at the front line of getting funding for this. We're applying for this funding now. There's many projects, you know, behind you that's not near as far as you guys are. So it's always better to be in this process than it is waiting to get into this process for small cities block grants.
It just seems like it's been so long, you know.
Yeah,
It's been everybody but us, and of course it comes down to the poor farm or cannery, or what you want to call it down there.
Right. And I know we talked about this, what, 8 years ago?
Yeah,
So, I
we
mean, it's
supposed
a
to
long
have
time
it.
ago. And the same thing, you know, same thing happened with 10 Mile, you know, I worked on it about 11 years before we got it. So, you know, it takes a long time, and we have to make sure that, you know, we had the county water project a long time ago, and set up as far as priority projects and things of that nature. And we've accomplished a lot of those projects and things, but we still got a lot more to go. But this is the process you go through, and like I say, you all are in a step ahead of everybody else, because you're already to this level. Anyone else? If not, you need a motion to,
Sign the application.
we'll need a motion to sign the application for the Small Cities Block Grant for the Lower Mud River project.
Second.
Is that an all yes?
Yes.
The prisoner will sign on every tag, any other commissioner sign on 2 of them.
Yeah. He says it's there. I'll do. Nick Rhodes might be in power. Yeah. And I don't really know what it is.
Can you tell us the total of grants you've already got?
How do you mean, like for this project?
Yeah.
What funds are committed?
Yeah. What the total is on all of it?
Well, off the top of my head, I can look at it and say.
Exactly.
Somebody
Yes.
have it.
I can.
Okay.
It's a $5,980,000 project. There's still $4 million outstanding that has not been committed, so $1,980,000 has been. That's in the form of a Lincoln County Commission grant of $175,000, a Corps of Engineers grant of $525,000, a Rural Utility Services grant of $879,000, and a Rural Utility Services loan of $401,000. So it's about a third of the way there as far as money being committed.
Thank you.
You guys are getting along. yours. Is there anything else on the Lower Mud River project? No, you want to go to the, yeah.
Okay. Also, as part of today's meeting, we're also holding a public hearing for the Francis Creek Waterline Extension Project. This is a project that we applied for last year, and we were able to get some funding, but all grant money. We applied for 1.5 million, which is the max, like I said, for the other project. They gave us $200,000, which they call a design grant, which is basically just to get the project moving. And it gives it a better position for getting additional funding in the future. So this year we are applying for the remaining 1.3 million that we didn't get last year. Also with this project, the Lincoln County Commission has given $100,000 towards the project, and we are seeking $990,000 from USDA, and also $300,000 from the USDA. Those funds have not been committed as of yet. And the purpose of this project, it is to install approximately 40,000 linear feet of water main, a $100,000 water storage tank, a pressure reducing station, and 22 fire hydrants. And that should serve, I guess, around 210 new customers.
Anyone have any questions concerning the Francis Creek project or any comments?
I have one. What are the chances, because I heard him reading off a lot of other grants and things they had put in for. What are the chances of their being able to put in for those same grants to help supply some of the money we're needing?
Like using grant?
Yeah, we're so much money short of our money. Okay, we've talked with like our governor's office, and we're told that maybe this fall it might be better. Once the application that you all have now, they have to resubmit again. He was reading off some grants or something where they've got some of their money. You see, like, they've got like 175,000 out of the commissioner's office. We've had 100,000. So, and then he read off some other grants. So I'm sort of wondering, what are our chances of being able to apply for some of those same grants to subsidize some of the money we're needing?
The RUS money for Mud River was already committed, and that was the money, that's the same funding agency that's money's involved in the Francis Creek project. So I guess the answer to your question is we already have and already received.
On all of those programs? Because I know money's so hard to get, you know what I'm saying? So you hate to think there's something out there that you've not.
Well, the Francis Creek only has RUS in small cities, and then the county commission's money, and you've got those, you're applying to those same agencies, so, and more. So that, I guess what I'm saying, you've got the same application, you've got applications into those same agencies, so the answer to your question is we already have applied to those agencies, money for your project.
How far down the road is it working on before they would ever get started on Francis Creek?
Francis Creek, once the money's in place, you have to go to the Public Service Commission, you have to bid like Dr. Vance said, so we're probably looking at, it could possibly be constructed, start later next year, not this year, but later next year.
So probably at least 2 years.
To be done, yes.
What about the RUS money? When does it usually come in? Because I know when I talked to William the other day, he said maybe sometime in August, September, something like that. The RUS thing.
For Francis, I'm sorry, I'm Francis Creek. I guess there's the Earth, it has been chosen as the Earth Day project for RUS. That might be good.
Next week.
But you're saying it'll be at least another year before we can get her started Francis Creek extension.
Well, the thing of it is you can't go to the Public Service Commission until the other small city block grant money is committed to the project. The Public Service Commission is a 4-month process, and then there's a 3-month bid period after that, so you're talking 7 months from the time you get the small city block grant. Last year, I think the governor announced those in November, so That's the reason I say the,
How much money total do we have for the project now?
well, today you have, $250,000. This time next week, you're gonna have, another 533,000 plus, 1,127,000. You're only gonna be like a $1.2 million this time next week. And that's the, or 1.3 million, which is the amount of the small water.
So you're looking around 2015.
Yes.
Anyone else? Those of you that live up to Hearts, we'd like to invite you to the birthday celebration next Tuesday, 9 a.m. at PK Fruit Lake. And I think Mr. Roberts alluded to some things that you might be, would like to come and check out the celebration we're going to have there. I know it's tough when you look at these things and you say it's going to be 2 years down the road. You think, well, that's an eternity, and it is a long, long time, but it's a lot less than what it was 2 years ago. And but you know, I've looked at the water in a lot of these places, and it's not healthy. And, you know, we know we need to address this, and this is the process you go through to address it. It's just like any other thing seems like in government, although this is probably runs a lot faster than our federal government does, but it's still much too slow for people that need water. But I know this commission, and I know Rick and Region 2, they've worked really well with us in trying to get people water and try to maintain funding every year on a project and things of that nature. We try to do that. Is there any other comments on the Francis Street project? If not, you need a motion
Just sign the application.
to sign the application.
I'll make that motion to authorize the person to sign the application.
Is there a second? Then all you have to do is yes. See if I signed the last paper, last tax form. I don't remember signing, I may have. Anyone else want to make any comments before we adjourn? Well, I appreciate you all coming in, and you're welcome back anytime. I will sign everything I'm supposed to eventually. But at any time, any of you all individually have questions, you can call us, call Mary at the Commission's office. Leave your number and we'll holler back at you. And if I don't know the answer, I'll ask Mr. Roberts, one of these people that do know the answer, and I'll get back with you on it, okay? If there be no further comments, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn this special session.
I move. Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. We stand adjourned until our regular session at 6 p.m.